Are investigating a murder that leaves 3 dead. WGNO's Peyton Trist brings us the details.
And after 4 days, police are still searching for a 5th juvenile escapee on the run this morning.
And with Election Day happening this Saturday, thousands of residents took to the polls early. We'll have a breakdown of the numbers coming up.
You're watching Good Morning New Orleans.
Thanks for waking up with us. And Good Morning New Orleans. I'm Stephanette Chaynock.
I'm Tamika Lee. Did you get out this weekend? Beautiful
weekend. You know, I went to City Park.
Yes.
I laid out in the sun. It was picture perfect.
Yes.
There were so many people out. You know, I always forget to bring bread to feed ducks.
Yes.
And I saw a woman walk by and I was confused because both her daughters had a loaf of bread. Took me a second to connect the dots. I was like, she is prepared. It's the perfect day to bring a loaf of bread to the park.
You thought they were just eating lunch?
Yeah, I was like,
bread? There you go.
It was
That's
perfect.
so funny. It was a beautiful weekend. Anywhere you went or anything you did.
Yeah, it was.
Beautiful, Brooke. Let's just keep this going, but I know it's not going to be quite that beautiful.
I know. It
heading
is
into tomorrow, yeah.
definitely today, but the atmosphere is misbehaving again tomorrow. Tomorrow's outlook, though, is going to be for severe weather later into the afternoon and during the evening time frame. We've been dealing with a lot of these overnight, early morning tornadic risks. So that being said, you'll have to have a way to receive the warning information on him. But the good news is everybody will at least be awake already. It is going to probably come through just after peak commute time frame as well. So the good news is it won't quite be in the middle of that rush hour traffic. Afternoon highs, though, for today instead in the upper 70s to 80 degrees. So we'll continue to see the theme of gorgeous conditions out there with a lot of sunshine, but some more clouds factored in. Like Steph and Tamika were saying, a beautiful weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. The overall forecast for today topping out once again in the mid 70s, so you can enjoy that while it lasts, and then we'll see that tornadic risk ramping up a bit more tomorrow. Also straight line wind potential, which we'll break down in just a moment. But first, let's get you out the door and check on traffic. Time now is 5:02, and traffic is brought to you by Chip Forstall. 23 minutes as you're coming across the causeway, so no issues to report at the moment. Of course, it's only 5 o'clock, so usually we're doing fine in the 5 o'clock hour, and starting to see more accidents as we get later into the morning. Coming off of the bridge, just about 8 to 10 minutes into the city from Metairie, and then if you're headed to the East Bank from the West Bank, 3 minutes across the Crescent City connection. So far a lot of green on the map for these traffic conditions flowing seamlessly. We'll keep you posted if any accidents do occur this morning. Back to y'all.
Thanks, Brooke. Breaking news. NOPD is working a homicide case early this morning. The call came into the newsroom around 3 a.m.
There are 3 victims reported this morning. WGNO's Peyton Trist is live on the scene. Peyton, did any of these victims survive?
No, in fact, NOPD is calling this a triple homicide. And when the investigators have been on scene, they've officially declared that these 3 victims have been deceased. The coroner's office did just arrive on scene and took some of the family behind the apartments that you can see behind me to deal with whatever is happening inside of that apartment. Now, this is an ongoing investigation. NOPD's 3rd District officers got the call at 3:01 a.m. and they responded initially to a call of aggravated battery by shooting in the 4100 block of Encampment Street. Now, this is right across from McDonough 35 School. That's where it happened, and inside that apartment, it's just one street across from that school. Now, upon arrival, officers located 3 individuals, 2 adult males and 1 adult female, and they were inside of that apartment, all having sustained gunshot wounds. Now, the victims, again, were declared deceased on the scene. This is an ongoing investigation that we're going to keep you guys updated on all throughout the morning. We're going to be live right here. If there's anything else that we find out from the scene, you guys are going to be the first ones to know. Again, it's active, and we're trying to get as much information out there as we can. I'm Peyton Trist reporting live, WGNO News.
All right, thanks, Peyton. Meanwhile, this morning, the NOPD is asking for your help finding a missing woman. Police say Natalie Burrow is Black female in her early 40s, was last seen on March 16th leaving her residence at approximately 2 p.m. Since that time, no one has seen or heard from her. Burrow is said to have left her home in a gray 2011 Ford Focus. Anyone with information and her whereabouts is asked to contact NOPD at the number on your screen. NOPD is also looking for a teenage girl. 16-year-old Cristel Maria Herrera Ramos was last seen on March 18th at about 1 p.m. Anyone with additional information on Christelle's whereabouts is asked to contact NOPD at 7th District Detectives at the number on your screen.
And in this morning's crime report, NOPD is searching for a man they say stabbed a 12-year-old boy over the weekend in New Orleans East. Police say Anthony Moss forced his way into a home armed with a knife on Wales and Bass Street. A man, woman, and the 12-year-old were at home at the time. Officials say Moss took the woman's keys and tried to leave with her car. That's when reports say the 12-year-old boy tried to stop Moss and was stabbed. Police say Moss hit all 3 victims with the stolen car as he fled. A warrant is now out for Moss's arrest. Also right now, the search continues this morning for one of the 5 teenagers who escaped from the Bridge City Juvenile Jail in Jefferson Parish 4 days ago. Detectives say 16-year-old Curtis Tayson is still on the run and should be considered armed and dangerous. The other 4 escapees were captured in Opelousas.
The NOPD is also investigating a fatal hit and run that happened Saturday night in New Orleans East. Around 8 p.m., police were called to the 12,000 block of Chef Mentor Highway. They found a man dead at the scene. The man was walking in the exit lane onto Chef Mentor Highway when a car hit him and took off. The Orleans Parish Coroner's Office is working to identify him. If you have any information on the incident, call police.
Well, bullets flew on Bourbon over the weekend, leaving a man dead. The surveillance video shows the moments right before the deadly shooting. Jordan Lippincott has that story.
It's business as usual on Bourbon Street on Sunday as people took in the sights and enjoyed cocktails while strolling the street. But less than 12 hours earlier, surveillance video caught the moment a fight broke out, followed by people running for their lives. 24-year-old Daphne Jackson was arrested on 3 charges, including manslaughter. According to police, Jackson fired a gun, and witnesses say a bartender at Cat's Meow was caught in the crossfire and killed.
I can't believe, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out who it was and what exactly happened because I know everybody that works there and they're all friends. It's devastating, it really is.
Cat's Meow remained closed Sunday afternoon, and across the street from the bar is where Miranda Nixon performs palm and tarot card readings. She says she was surprised to hear the news.
That's very seldom that any violence happens on this corner. That's why I chose to work here, because on this side of the corner it's very safe. Farther down the street though, it's not as safe.
But Nixon says the shooting will not change her routine.
I'm still out here no matter what. This is my home, this is what I do.
Jordan Lippincott, WGNO News.
Well, Vice President Kamala Harris will visit Louisiana today. Harris is expected to meet with Governor John Bel Edwards. The visit is to highlight the administration's push for affordable high-speed internet in rural areas. The U.S. Department of Commerce has invested $277 million across Louisiana and 11 other states to expand broadband access. Harris was originally supposed to visit last month, but had to cancel because of the war in Ukraine. Early voting for the March election has come to an end.
That's right. We have the numbers on how many people got their votes in, starting in Jefferson Parish. Well, there are races for mayor and chief of police. Just over 3,000 people cast their ballots early. In St. Tammany, more than 3,700 votes were turned in early.
And in Tangipahoa Parish, nearly 4,000 people cast their ballots ahead of time. You can still request an absentee ballot by 4:30 tomorrow afternoon at govote.com. And Election Day is Saturday, March 26th.
Well, over the weekend in New Orleans, the Mardi Gras Indians gathered to celebrate their heritage and culture with a stunning performance for Super Sunday. The Indians danced along Washington Avenue in their spectacular hand-sewn suits, singing and chanting along the way. And it's their spectacular suits that really captivated those along the route.
The Indians, the costume about the Indians. They take them a year and a half to sew, and they have pretty rhinestones and pretty feathers, pretty crowns, and the Indians are the most important thing of this Super Sunday right now. So this is what it's all about.
Super Sunday is an annual tradition for the Mardi Gras Indians. The event typically happens on the 3rd Sunday of March, right around St. Joseph's Day. Coming up, Americans are spending more on gas these days. Find out what lawmakers are debating to combat rising gas prices.
And once again, a gorgeous day today on its way, but some major changes tomorrow as yet another severe weather threat presents itself. Details coming up after the break.
with Tamika Lee, Stephanie Chainoff, and meteorologist Brooke Laser.
Welcome back. The time now is 5:13. With gas prices averaging $4.26 a gallon in the U.S., lawmakers are debating on ways to help drivers see some relief at the pump.
That's right. Several states have suspended their gas tax to help lower the costs. ABC's Rhiannon Alley looks at the argument over suspension.
This morning, there's no escaping the pain at the pump.
You know, the gas prices are high. Everybody can't afford those gas prices.
Gas prices now averaging $4.26 a gallon in the U.S. and approaching $7 in parts of California. Lawmakers in several states are trying to ease the burden. Maryland has become the first state to suspend its gas tax, shaving 36 cents off every gallon, saving the average driver about $5 per fill-up.
It's almost unheard of for a major piece of legislation to pass in such a short period of time and with such universal bipartisan support. But together, we have all risen to the occasion.
In Georgia, the governor signing a similar bill to eliminate the state's gas tax, about 29 cents per gallon through May. And in Michigan, the state Senate has voted to approve suspending its gas tax for 6 months. But Governor Gretchen Whitmer is not on board. She says it would hurt road repair and infrastructure projects funded by the gas tax. So instead, she wants the federal government to step in.
There's conversation at the federal level as to how we can help families.
Gas prices began climbing as inflation grew worse and supply chain issues unfolded, then soared after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Many Americans are being forced to make changes. 59% of Americans say they plan to change their driving habits now that gas is more than $4 per gallon. And 3 out of 4 people say they'll try to drive less if prices top $5.
In California, in response to those rising prices, lawmakers have proposed a $400 rebate for all taxpayers. Supporters say it's a better approach because it doesn't affect funding for future transportation projects and it helps more people. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
While some Louisiana residents are still seeing gas prices nearly $4 a gallon, the price of gas in southeast Louisiana is slowly creeping back down. Here's a look at some of the cheapest gas in the area. According to GasBuddy.com, QC Discount in Miro has the lowest at $3.65 per gallon, followed by Speed Racer on Dalman Road at $3.67 a gallon. Evan Valero in Chalmette sells for $3.75 a gallon. Exxon in Gretna, $3.77.
Good morning. The time now is 5:16. Happy Monday. Temperatures in the mid-50s and sunshine will again be the theme, but we'll have more clouds as well. To go along with it, our beach camera at Beau Rivage looking nice and quiet this morning. We'll continue with that as a theme all day today. So our radar picture also extremely clear. That'll be the case for the next 24 hours, but we are going to see the possibility of some definite severe weather by tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. So our 24-hour temperature change at the moment between about 5 and 10 degrees in most spots, and hour by hour takes us into the 70s here around 10 a.m. So at that point, east-southeast winds picking up right around 15 miles an hour. Super windy day yesterday, and we'll have a similar overall experience this afternoon. Temperatures are much cooler to our north in the upper 40s as opposed to these mid 50s, and the wind speeds are only adding a slight wind chill at the moment in New Orleans proper. Otherwise, everybody dealing with just about 0 to 5 mile per hour winds other than a few spots off to the west. So here's your severe weather outlook for Tuesday. This is rare in our viewing area. We don't traditionally have those level 4 out of 5 risks, but we have a pretty convincing setup tomorrow. So you'll have to be aware of the possibility of not only straight line winds, but also tornadic activity as yet another line of storms comes through late into the afternoon and evening time frame. Regardless of that level 4, everybody included in either level 2 or 3. So the higher that number, the more likely you are to see these threats unfolding. As you can see, we've extended the tornadic concern. Same thing with high winds. So those could be 60 miles an hour at times. And of course, that's gust along the line itself. We'll show you that line in just a moment here. But first, the afternoon highs today topping out in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. So again, a pretty dynamic change in temperature. We've got another front on the way, and this line is going to be out ahead of it. Morning lows waking up a little bit warmer in the 60s to 70s. So that's a good bit of a difference, right? Here's the futurecast. Watch the clouds and then look off to the west. Yeah, that's a potent line of storms right there around 1 o'clock, making its way east over the course of your evening. So we start to see those work their way into our viewing area right after peak commute time frame, which is good news. At least they won't be here during the heart of it, but they're going to linger a little bit as we look to tomorrow night. So humidity on the way up comes right back down after the arrival of the front. Absolutely gorgeous forecast for Wednesday at the Square, second week of the 9-week concert series. Hope to see you there. Hopefully we'll keep this trend going. Here's the 7-day forecast. After tomorrow, sunshine galore. Temperatures in the upper 60s on Wednesday. Going to be fantastic. And then we'll see those 70s returning as we get a little bit later into the week with less cold air since the front will have passed us. Back into the 40s overnight though, waking up on the North Shore once this front arrives. Let's get you out the door and check on traffic. Time now is 5:19. And once again, traffic is brought to you by Chip Forstall. Just about 4 minutes coming across the Crescent City connection from the West Bank to the East Bank, and then coming off of the Causeway, 8 minutes from Metairie uptown or downtown to Chapatula Street. Across the Causeway itself, the 23-minute drive for the 24-mile bridge. So right now, no major issues to report. We'll keep you posted if any present themselves in the 5:30 hour. Back to
The New Orleans Police Department is currently working an active scene, a scene of a triple homicide. We're going to have details coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Also coming up in this half hour, attention job seekers looking for a job in the field of criminal justice. One city council member is creating an opportunity that just might be of interest to you. Thanks for waking up with us on Good Morning New Orleans. I'm Stephanie Chainot.
I'm Tamika Lee. I looked at my clock this morning. I said, it's March 21st. Was it 21st today?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
How did this happen?
I know. It's so odd. First day of spring yesterday, I believe, Brooke.
Wow. Yes.
Wow.
You got it. Officially spring. I know it's so tough to fathom. We're almost to April. How?
Yeah.
Truly, Mardi Gras at this point, what, 20 days ago? Feels like it was just yesterday.
Yes. And then I feel like Mardi Gras kind of opened up everything. It started like galas and parties and parades and crawfish boils, and I'm just like, wow, here we are.
Yes, before you know it's going to be April Fool's Day. That's a warning to you guys because I have some stuff up my sleeve.
What are you talking about?
Nobody ever remembers April Fool's Day. I don't know
Friday,
why.
Right?
It's a Friday. It's a Friday.
I'm telling you right now, do not. D-O-N-O-T, do not scare me because I will lose my mind. Do not.
Tamika doesn't like surprises.
Do not like surprises.
I love that y'all both contemplate this way in advance. Satellite and radar, quiet for now. And we'll continue with that as a theme all day today. This weekend, it was absolutely gorgeous. I hope you got outside. That, of course, adds to the festivity when we have beautiful weather for all these events, right? So we'll see additional clouds working their way back into the forecast for today. And tomorrow, once again, you'll remember it's spring because we've got a very concerning severe weather outbreak possible. That being said, a level 4 to 5 risk is issued for parts of our viewing area, and that's rare across southeast Louisiana. So temperatures in the 70s today will be warming into the 80s tomorrow, but afternoon highs top out feeling a bit more like 80 this afternoon on both sides of the lake. That's because we've got humidity on the rise, and anytime it's more humid outside, it feels like temperature is greater. So that being said, as we get into your afternoon, we'll go from these 50s to about 20 degrees warmer in the mid 70s. Let's get you out the door and check on traffic. Time now is 5:32. And traffic is brought to you by Chip Forstall. 24 minutes coming across the bridge. Once again, usually this is the case if we have no accidents to report, no issues as far as possible fog or anything like that. This morning may start to see a bit as you're waking up tomorrow, but coming off of the bridge onto the South Shore, Metairie, Uptown or Downtown on Chop, just taking about 8 to 10 minutes. That being said, across the West Bank, 3 minutes over the Crescent City connection to the East Bank. So far so good this morning. Be safe as you're heading out. Back to y'all.
Thanks, Brooke. Well, breaking news, NOPD is working a homicide case early this morning. The call came into the newsroom around 3 a.m.
All 3 victims reported this morning that they were there. WJO's Peyton Trist live on the scene. Peyton, did any of the victims survive?
No, the investigators are now calling this a triple homicide. They're still working on the scene, and they have officially declared that all 3 victims are deceased. Now, this scene, we are over in the 4100 block of Encampment Street. It's just right across the street from McDonough 35. And this is an active and ongoing investigation. You can see that this is the crime scene here. The NOPD 3rd District got the call at 3:01 a.m. and as they got the initial call, it was a call of aggravated battery by shooting in the 4100 block of Encampment Street. Now, upon arrival, officers located 3 individuals, 2 adult males and an adult female. Now, inside of the apartment, all 3 of the victims had sustained gunshot wounds. Now, the victims, again, have been declared deceased at the scene. And you can see that the coroner's office did arrive just a little while ago, and they are working to get the bodies outside of there. That way they can take them and they can do an autopsy and figure out a little bit more details about what actually happened at the scene. And guys, we're trying to get you as much information as we possibly can this morning. You can see that the NOPD officers have the scene blocked off, and they are trying to go ahead and wrap all of this up and get answers to the family because the family is here. I'm Peyton Trist reporting live, WGNO News.
Thanks, Peyton. Moving to the fight against COVID, the NOLA Public School District is lifting its mask requirements starting today. Teacher, staff, and students at K through 12 schools will not be required to wear a mask. The district says it's because COVID numbers have dropped since the height of the pandemic, and Governor Edwards did not renew the state's emergency restrictions. Masks will still be optional, and COVID testing at schools will continue. And today could also be the day the city of New Orleans eases COVID rules. City health officials have targeted March 21st as the day to roll back vaccine and testing requirements if the numbers remain low after Mardi Gras. Well, so far that has been the case. The city is currently averaging 28 new cases per day, down from 1,300 per day back in January, and the test positivity rate is just 1.7%. That rate had reached as high as 24% just 2 months ago.
And happening later today, New Orleans City Council member Eugene Green is hosting a criminal justice job opportunity event from 4 till 7 on UNO's campus. Attendees will learn about the hundreds of available local job opportunities in criminal justice. The NOPD, Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office, and the District Attorney's Office will be in attendance. Also, a traffic alert for drivers on the West Bank this week. The Harvey Tunnel closing down from 9 a.m. till 2, and that's going to be tomorrow and Wednesday for crews to wash the tunnel. Drivers will detour down 4th Street's elevated level of the West Bank Expressway and Lapalco Boulevard. This morning's confirmation hearings get underway for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. Coming up, we head to Washington, D.C. for a preview of this hearing scheduled to begin today.
And once again, our forecast for this afternoon will be beautiful. Another round of severe weather on the way, though. Details coming up.
with Tamika Lee, Stephanie Chainoff, and meteorologist Brooke Laser.
Welcome back. Time now is 5:40. Well, confirmation hearings for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, President Biden's choice for the Supreme Court, will begin today.
That's right. Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson joins us live for more on the historic nominee.
Hey, good morning. Republicans say they plan to keep these hearings at a high level, meaning no personal attacks against Judge Jackson, but Democrats say the attacks have already started. As the Senate Judiciary Committee begins high-profile confirmation hearings for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell pledges that Republicans will be respectful during the hearings.
She'll be treated much better than Democrats have typically treated Republican nominees like Clarence Thomas and Brett Kavanaugh.
But the attacks have already started. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley is accusing Jackson of being too soft on crimes against children.
He has a record of being consistently lenient to, soft on child sex offenders.
But chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Illinois Senator Dick Durbin, calls the claims against Jackson false and says she has the support of law enforcement.
As far as Senator Hawley is concerned, here's the bottom line. He's wrong. He's inaccurate and unfair in his analysis.
And the White House is also pushing back against the claims, calling their nominee an excellent choice.
So this attack that we've seen over the last couple of days relies on factual inaccuracies and taking Judge Jackson's record wildly out of context.
Democrats have the votes to confirm Judge Jackson. They're hoping to win over Republicans at this week's hearings. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
Thanks so much, Rashad. And of course, for the latest on what's going on in Washington and around the world, you can head online to our website, WGNO.com, for updates.
Good morning and a happy Monday. The time now is 5:42 and temperatures remain in the 50s. We'll continue all day today with the theme of gorgeous conditions coming off of a phenomenal weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed that while it lasted. Tomorrow, this radar is going to look much different, especially in the late afternoon to tomorrow evening. So something to be aware of. But this morning, you're waking up with no issues getting across either side of the lake as you head out. 24-hour temperature change is warming up considerably, especially south and west. We'll continue with the theme of 70s by your afternoon. So from the 40s and 50s to the mid 70s, feeling more like 80 once you factor in that humidity. Our hour by hour takes us to 70 degrees here shortly within the next 5. So we'll see the 60s starting about 6 a.m. and then we'll stay in the 60s until 10. East-southeast winds into the teens this afternoon. That being said, a transition on direction, southerly flow returning as we pump moisture back off of the Gulf Coast, which is always a sign of a pattern change on the way. So that being said, look at this overall severe weather outlook behind me. A level 4 out of 5 risk for some in Baton Rouge, Hammond, parts of Tangipahoa, Washington, and St. Tammany all need to be on high alert tomorrow. Otherwise, to the south, including the river parishes and all South Shore locations, we're in either level 2 or 3 risk. So that means the higher the number, of course, the greater the risk for possible tornadoes, straight line wind gusts, and even some hail. All forms of severe weather are possible, and we're also under a flood watch already. So these aren't going to move super quickly like the last couple rounds did. That being said, here's the overall breakdown. The biggest concerns will be for tornadoes and high winds, but the flooding could be considerable as well. So afternoon highs in the upper 70s, closer to 80 degrees on both sides of Lake Pontchartrain, and then our morning lows warmer, much warmer than we are today, in the upper 60s to 70s depending on your location. So watch the futurecast. Here is the cloud cover. Look off to the west tomorrow about 1 o'clock. Remember, these usually travel around 60 miles an hour. So if they are just beyond Lake Charles, give or take 3.5 hours to make it toward our viewing area. That being said, moving in through peak commute time and still with us as you're waking up on Wednesday in only a couple spots, most everything at that point off to the east. So humidity is going to be nice as we look to the latter part of this week. Wednesday at the Square looks fantastic as well. Temperatures in the 60s with dry conditions at that point. But today we'll top out about 10 degrees warmer in the 70s. And as we look to the rest of your week, it'll be tough to stay inside once again, especially looking to next weekend. We'll see you after the break. Stay with us.
Hair loyalty. Dad Chat today. Are you loyal to your hairstylist?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Really?
This is the hardest breakup to do if you have to do it. It's harder than anything if you have to. I will not. I am like the most loyal.
It takes a lot for you to do a breakup with your hairstylist.
I can't. Seth, you are not that way.
I'm not loyal. I mean, I try to be, but you know, if there's like a miscommunication, not liking the style, you don't text me back, I gotta move on to somebody else.
You're so quick.
That's gotta fit my personality. I've gotta feel confident in you to touch my
Understandable.
hair.
I think it's something that you have to trust them fully with.
Yeah.
And for me, especially because I have to have color every now and then, it's another level of commitment. But it's tough to venture out because you just never know. And it
Yeah,
could go
it's true.
horribly wrong with
Yes.
someone new.
And if you venture out, they're probably not gonna let you come back.
No, they cannot come back. And I don't think men understand this. There's like the loyalty that happens because, you know, I feel last week I was trying to get my hair washed and trying to get my hair done. And it was, you know, Barry's like, well, just go somewhere else. I'm like, no.
You can't just
not
Google
go
somebody
anywhere else. I need her. I need to be in her chair. It's look.
Yeah, especially when you have someone good. So
Yes. And I kind of stalked her. Like I slid in her DMs years ago, and I stalked her to get in her chair. So now that I'm there,
you
I'm not
secured
moving.
the stylist.
I had to
Yeah, it's tough to do.
Right. Once you
I'm not
secure
letting
it, I'm not letting you go.
Oh, I love it.
It's real in these streets, man. Hair is serious.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, well, everybody looks beautiful today.
Loyal,
with their hair.
loyal, semi-loyal. Shout out to all the hairstylists out
Yes.
there.
Yes.
A lot of work.
Coming up after the break, we'll talk about your forecast for the week. It's going to be fantastic, other than tomorrow when another severe weather threat ramps up. We'll break it down next.
In today's Tech Bites, the maker of Fortnite is lending financial help to Ukraine. Epic is donating 2 weeks of proceeds from the video game to Ukraine-related humanitarian efforts. Microsoft will also commit net proceeds from Fortnite to getting more aid to Ukrainian people. Google is rolling out a new update for its Android app. Users can now delete the last 15 minutes of their search history. It was made available to the iOS app in July. Google also has a new tool that automatically deletes items in a search history that are 3, 18, or 36 months old. And a Chinese company says it's working on a supersonic jet that will fly from China to New York in just 1 hour. Space Transportation says the jet will be powered in part by reusable launch boosters. It hopes to start ground testing by next year with flights in the years to come. Those are your Tech Bites.
Good morning. The time now is 5:54, and we've got another beautiful day on its way. So some great news, especially coming off of a stunning weekend across New Orleans. Right now, those wind speeds light, just between about 5 and 10 miles an hour, and a transition on the direction as well. We'll see them out of the south looking to tomorrow, when yet another severe weather threat ramps up. And this is going to be the real deal in comparison on last week. We did have 2 separate rounds of cold fronts come through with storms out ahead of those fronts. But tomorrow we could really see the possibility of straight line wind concerns or tornadic activity, especially just north of the Louisiana-Mississippi border and including Tangipahoa as well as Washington and St. Tammany parishes. So that being said, make sure you have a way to receive that warning information on hand. Timing will be between the afternoon and evening. So Hank will be here with you, and of course Brantley too, to make sure that you stay posted. Let's get you at the door and check on traffic. Time now is 5:55, and traffic is not too bad even still. Just about 4 minutes coming from the West Bank to East Bank or vice versa over the Crescent City connection. And then once you're into the city, if you're headed out toward Metairie, just about 8 minutes to the causeway itself. Back to you, Seth.
Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, for the second time, state auditors find discrepancies within the Louisiana Department of Public Safety and Corrections.